Back in 1995, I was a high school senior, and 3 weeks before I was to start my freshman year in college, I received a letter in the mail revoking my admissions. Why? The college never received my final transcript. Well, it all got worked out and I had a wonderful collegiate experience, but that memory lasted a long time with me. And that's why I decided to help create a way for high schools to be able to send transcripts more reliably, more efficiently, and more securely. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Harris, co-founder of Parchment, and I'm delighted that you're joining me today for this presentation of Parchment Send, our K12 solution that automates the request, processing, and delivery of transcripts. Modernizing your transcript process will bring a lot of benefits to all stakeholders involved. Your students, parents, and alumni will be able to go online to request their transcripts from any web-enabled computer. You'll see all those requests and be able to approve them and track all of this information. All colleges, 2-year, 4-year, public and private, gladly accept these transcripts as official, and we can send these transcripts to other common destinations, such as scholarships, military, and the NCAA. In fact, Parchment is really the only service available to schools today that provides a one-stop shop for all of your transcript needs. We've been doing this now for 10 years, and we're very proud of the success we've had, today serving over 7,000 schools, not only across the country, but around the world. In fact, we have high schools in over 90 different countries that today are using Parchment to send transcripts electronically to colleges and universities here in the U.S. Last year alone, we delivered over 3 million transcripts between high schools and colleges, and we couldn't do this unless we had a very secure environment. Our technology, the way we hire our employees, and the physical security of our building is really built around the sensitivity of the data that we're sending. We're completely FERPA compliant, and we have a lot of success with a variety of different customers, including many large public school districts and a number of statewide initiatives that we've been awarded throughout the country. I'm going to begin by walking you through a little bit about the implementation, around getting Parchment set up at your high school. I think today, whenever you're presented with something new, it's just automatic that the wall kind of goes up, right? With resources perhaps at an all-time low, it's hard to get excited about new things when we're just trying to keep the lights on as it is in education. But I think you'll find that this solution is very quick and easy to get started with, provides a lot of value and benefits, and truly you won't look back. It's a one-way door. Once you start sending your transcripts electronically, you'll never want to send another paper transcript again. I'm also very proud of the fact that we have a terrific team here at Parchment that will handhold you and your high school through the implementation of this program. It really begins by having you sign a FERPA compliant agreement that gives us the legal needs that in order to send the transcripts officially on your behalf. Once you sign that agreement, my team will help you get set up. Typically, that takes about 2 to 3 hours of your time. And the big part of that is downloading our print driver technology. We're not going to mail you a big box with a printer in it, but you're going to have to install our software, which acts as a virtual printer, allowing you to go into your student information system just like you do today, pulling up the transcripts and printing them just like you do today. Of course, instead of printing the transcripts to maybe an HP or a Lexmark printer that you already have installed, you'll have a new printer installed, a virtual printer that will encrypt and send that information over the internet to the various destinations. And I'll show you that a little bit later on in this presentation. We also will handhold you through training and provide you with detailed information that you can share with your students and families about this electronic transcript program. I'm going to next take you through the student interfaces, and in most cases our high schools place the Parchment logo or link on their high school homepage, either in the counseling section or directly on the front of the homepage. This will allow high school students, parents, and alumni to be able to easily locate the eTranscript capabilities that you'll begin to offer. Once they click that link the first time, they're going to have to register for an account. This is just like registering on any other online website. They'll provide their name and birth date, their gender, their year of graduation, and also an email address and a password. We're not going to use any of this information for marketing or advertising purposes. We're collecting this information so that your students can log in the future and make additional requests for transcripts. Even if they're graduating and they're no longer in the local area, they'll be able to access this from any web-enabled computer around the globe. Next, the student will sign off on a transcript authorization form. This gives us FERPA compliancy and allows the student to designate that they are truly who they say they are before they continue on with their request. And then the student will be able to search for various destinations. We offer a very thorough database of colleges and other destinations. So today I'm going to place 4 orders. Some are going to colleges. We have one going to the Common App. We have one going to a scholarship and one going to the NCAA. And I want to outline some of the variables with this order. And so one thing to mention is that obviously when transcripts are going to colleges or other common destinations, we're sending them electronically. I'm sure that's why a big reason why you're interested in hearing about this program. But there may occasionally be requests that you get for destinations that are not ready to receive electronically. Maybe it's a local scholarship, or perhaps it's an insurance company or other local destination. These organizations probably are just not ready or sophisticated enough to receive transcripts electronically. But if we forced you to still print and mail those, it would create a lot of exceptions handling issues and otherwise remove a lot of the efficiencies that you would gain by using the program in the first place. So what we still allow you to do is upload those transcripts to Parchment. We will go ahead and print those. And here in Scottsdale, Arizona, we actually have a printing facility where we print the transcripts on special security paper. We also fully process those by folding them and stuffing them into envelope. It's a mechanized processing of those transcripts, and we'll drop those into the mail for you. We do this with a lot of transcripts to those one-off destinations, and it alleviates the need for you to have to handle those on your own. Another feature on the screen that I want to highlight is the transcript type functionality. Ahead of time, you'll go into the system and let us know when you post your grades, and this will just allow your students and parents to be able to proactively request their transcript. So hypothetically, let's say that you post your final grades on June the 3rd, but I as a student get my acceptance letter to my college or university that I plan on attending in April. I don't have to wait until the end of the year to place that final transcript request. I can go online well in advance and let the system know that I'll need a final transcript to be sent at the end of the year. Those won't even show up for you until you process your final grades, but at least it allows parents and students to be more proactive. We also have a feature called application tracking number that you see on the right, and if the student knows their application tracking number and they enter it into this interface, we'll actually superimpose that directly onto the transcript. The colleges and universities love this because when they get the transcript and it has the application tracking number on it, they can very easily match that with the application, and that alleviates a lot of the lost and mishandled transcripts. Now, a little bit of a study on the return on investment was performed by the U.S. Department of Education, and you may find it interesting that they believe it cost the average high school $6.30 to print and mail a transcript. Of course, this takes into account both hard and soft costs, but I'm sure you know that when you add up the printer ink, the stamp, the envelope, the paper, it does add cost to the program. And essentially, I put together this little sample high school so you could see, but most high schools have told us that they're spending thousands of dollars a year to print and mail transcripts. These are savings that we can return to you very, very quickly. And of course, there's a time savings as well here that's very powerful. One of my favorite parts of the program is the student communication piece. When students, parents, or alumni utilize Parchment, they'll get email notifications at each step of the request process. They get an initial email when their request has been made, a second email when you approve and send the transcript, and then they get a final email when the college or university receives the transcript. And this is powerful because you can train your students and families to recognize that they'll be receiving these. Of course, that means they're not coming in and bugging you about the status of their transcript. It also produces a tremendous amount of peace of mind. All right, we're done showing the high school, the student interfaces. I want to next show the high school interfaces and show you how easy it is to use Parchment to process your requests. One of the things that counselors and registrars love about Parchment is that requests are not just made willy-nilly and things being sent out without their knowing about it. Every single request will come to you first for approval. So you really do have a stopgap in the process to make sure you truly want to approve and send these transcripts. On the far right, you'll see that there's actions that you can take with each request. Most commonly, you'll approve the request, but if there's ever a reason you don't want to approve, maybe there's a grade change pending, a student owes you money for something, or even has an outstanding disciplinary action. Whatever the rules are at your high school, you're in control, and you can appropriately take action on each one of these requests. Next, I want to show you the print driver functionality. This is where you'll be able to go into your student information system, just like you do today, pull up the transcripts and print them. But instead of printing them to an HP or a Lexmark printer, as I explained earlier, you'll be printing them to the Parchment printer, and that printer will encrypt the data and send it securely over the internet, where we will then deliver it on to the various destinations. The printer is very easy to install, and you'll really never have to touch it unless you change your operating system. So there's really no maintenance on this technology. We also give you the ability to use that print driver to upload other types of documents. Documents such as secondary school reports, letters of recommendation, school profiles. You can use us to upload and send those as well. And we provide great tracking and reporting to schools and districts alike to be able to see exactly what's taking place in the system, where all your transcripts are going, and we give you a real-time status on those. A few moments ago I showed you those email notifications, which are really great for students and parents, but if we CC'd you on that, you'd probably hate us. That's a lot of email. Instead, this gives you the ability to go in. You can search by a student name, by a receiver, by a date range, and really get a good understanding of what's happening. Many schools use this as a way to truly track their student outcomes. In fact, we provide some very attractive and easy to read graphs and charts to show you exactly where all your transcripts are going. This can be powerful data that could be used by your school board, by your administration, or even by you to help better improve your counseling of future college-bound students. Well, I hope you enjoyed just getting a taste of what Parchment can offer you. I really appreciate your taking the time today to see this, and I hope that you found it engaging. I'm Jeffrey Harris, and I invite you to reach out to me if I can answer any questions. I can also put you in touch with various experts here at Parchment that can assist you if you're interested in possibly bringing this program to your high school. But that concludes today's presentation. Have a great afternoon.